Carpenter. I'm the DataGuard product manager. I'm a master product manager at Oracle. Been working with DataGuard for over 15 years, and one of the main things that is part of 12c is the whole concept of zero data loss at any distance. What we came up with as a solution for that problem is what we call the FarSync instance. FarSync allows you to ship synchronously somewhere local to our FarSync instance, which then subsequently sends the redo onward down to your terminal standby. The beauty of the solution is that you don't have the impact of the synchronous transmission, but you still get to do zero data loss over thousands and thousands of kilometers or miles. The way it works is quite simple. Ship the redo to the FarSync forwards it. At the time of the failure of the production site, you go to your standby and you do a failover. The act of the failover talks to the FarSync instance and gets the last bits of redo to be able to do that zero data loss failover. That brings up the one thing that everybody asks. Does the FarSync have to be there when I do the failover? And the answer is yes, if you want a zero data loss failover. If the FarSync is destroyed with the complete site disaster, then you can still do asynchronous non-zero data loss failover to your terminal standby. However, if we can get to the FarSync instance, we will do that zero data loss failover in all accounts. So that means that you have to do something to ensure that the FarSync instance is available at the time of the disaster. In many cases, that means putting it in another data center somewhere within synchronous replication distance, but also so that it's protected from a failure that's geographical in nature. Many people have asked me, how do I do this? Can I do this without having to have a second data center? Can I protect the actual server that the FarSync instance is in? The answer is, well, if you have some kind of hardened server that you can put the FarSync instance in, then yes, you could. In most cases, or in all cases, depending on the kind of disaster you have, be able to do that zero data loss failover to a remote site. And that's the interesting thing about the Axxana box, who I have talked to, and I've looked at the contraption here, if you will, and what they've done is taken exactly what I have said, a hardened box, and put the FarSync instance inside, so that when you have that failure, we know that we can always get to that FarSync instance and get those last bits of data. The interesting thing is it goes a bit above and beyond, because not only does it have the normal network connectivity, it's got built-in battery backup, it's got cellular network capabilities, so that even if you have a geographical failure, when we say fail over at the terminal standby, you'll be able to fail over with a zero data loss capability.